see how many will come in.
Oh,
I hope I've pronounced it the correct way.
what it is?
Kawanyasa, Windows.
Kawanasa. What is that?
Bim Kawanyasa will tell us what name that the tribe the name comes from.
Oh,
I hope he can hear us. Yes.
oh. I need to figure out what tribe I'm from myself. I need to do some ancestry digging myself and see where we are from. We are strong, aggressive people. So I'm not sure which tribe we are from as well.
Kawanyasa, can you hear us? I don't think. Caroline, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
And I think they have a problem.
Maybe he's on or she's on, but she's just doing something else, you know. So afternoon, and I guess getting from work, you just this is our peak time when it's come to therapy. People now leaving work, they want to have a meal.
Also joining. You are touching.
I think I'm breaking a little bit. I'm not sure if it's my internet. Okay. Yeah, I said I was looking online of therapists in Africa, and I was saying that my objective is always to build up, and I think that based on what I'm seeing, there's a lot of work we need to do to really get back on top of where we should be, so we can really get the right kind of people around us that we need to go, because the routines I have access to online, like on Instagram and on Facebook. So not only Africa, we have to pay more attention in what we are doing. It's such a powerful art form. It's a really, really powerful art form, but it's because we still don't understand it. We still I guess most people are just trying to make money. And because you're just trying to make money, you're just doing what you can just to make as much money as you can. But I think we have to pay some attention in what we are doing, because Africa is special. Africa is a special place, and we need to be special. We need to rise to the top of the mountain again. And I'm so passionate about that honestly. And because when I think about our four parents, my four parents, when I grew up as a young treatment, as I said, my father was a bush doctor, and when you go to him, it's more than bush. He used to find, well, he never used to do it, but have another lady he could send you to and he gave you night. They used to use the word night mean rubbing, and then they wrap you with these bush, and then tomorrow you have a sprained ankle. Tomorrow you're better. Well, not tomorrow. A couple of days after you're 100% better, you can run around on it. But I think we are throwing away our traditional healing practices, our traditional rich culture, and grabbing for what we might call air, know, when you grab an ear, you can never hold on to it. That's what we are doing, and I'm hoping that we can really focus and get back to our traditional healing practices in whatever way that we can. Grab onto it, go and find those people that have these powerful healing practice and incorporate them in your treatment. You'll see how powerful that, I mean, it's something that we have to really get back to. But what I'm seeing,
do you think it's proper that people are so much deviating from that, coming to the Western ways of doing things? I think it was cheaper, leave alone being cheaper, it was effective at some point, because there are some things that they have to are treating that someone can't just come and treat. Don't you think so, Caroline or Steve?
Caroline? The question is that, do you think that our modern way of treating injury or illnesses is cheaper than the traditional way that our foreparents was doing it?
So I didn't hear you well. Can you come again?
Do you think that the way that we are treating our for illnesses or injury is cheaper now, and what we call the Western way, or is better in the traditional way? Why we are running away from our tradition? I think one of the most powerful.
People are not aware. People still are not aware of the traditional herbs nowadays. You know, the old people knew their herbs properly, so they knew exactly what to do at what particular time, at every particular situation.
Yeah, I think the challenge is that we have not really paid any attention to our traditional healing practices, because unfortunately we have a screen in front of us and they tell us what they want us to do. Our television, our phones, and all of those. So we have so much information around us, and we really not really grabbing onto it. And I think that's the sad part of life. One of the things that my father said to me is that the Chinese was coming from all the way back in the early 60s, and every year they were coming to him to healing practices or traditional herbs and bush, and that information was leaking throughout from so many years, and it's still and everyone else have it but us, and we need to really refocus and jump back into our traditional healing practices. And I think that's what will make us who we are, or will take us where we need to go. So that was just some small discussion before we get on to where we
Still on that, are there people that nowadays offer the teaching of the herbs, or just the elders from villages? Is there somewhere you can go and probably learn what treats what in the herbal sector?
Well, that's why your association should really tap into. You can create classes around these older person. When I was chairman of CSWA, one of my biggest challenge that those older person wants to teach, because you know they thought was a dying art. But we have this thing about intellectual properties. Oh, you can't go and take the information without paying them. But because it was tradition that they never take money for these things. So it's really about how do we pass these traditions down. That's how we keep what we do alive. And was one of my biggest challenges is getting this information out of these older persons. And that's something I will pass on to you all guys. It's something that you can create classes around this. You can get persons and you can create like a class around someone in villages that understand these traditional practices, and then you can start teaching it, whatever small money you might make will go to those persons, or intellectual, some form of saying yes, this is because they were not doing it for the money. They were just doing it because it's something that they think is a part of the well-being of our people or their people, that this knowledge is so important to keep within communities, that it will help us, that when we move forward, it will make us who we are, make us better. Like now we are fighting COVID. The challenge is we are fighting COVID, and there's so much other bush. There's so much other herb. Before we call it bush, now they call it herb. There's so much herb that can treat COVID, or will help to fight COVID, not necessarily treat, but help to fight, build your immune system. But we are not doing from something as simple as a bad cold, a bad flu. So we need to do better in terms of traditional healing practices. That's why we have fight, because COVID is not the first major problems that come within our environment, but it stopped the world. So how can we continue prevention? How do you use these things to prevent, to build the body, to keep your body active, to keep your tempo going? Then it's prevention more than a treatment, because that's what it should be. It's really prevention. So if you keep preventing, if you keep building your, I call it, if you keep building your tempo, then whatever comes, you're strong enough to fight it. So these are things that we really need to get back to and really work hard in terms of promoting the simple aspect of well-being, using the bush around us. You see how much I have around me? I like nature. And you can incorporate nature with the herbs and everything, that when you think your body needs something, also you can listen to your body. A lot of us don't listen to our body. A lot of us only think when we sick. Our body talks to us. Listen to it. I mean, one of the things that I keep saying, if you pay attention to your body, you get up one morning and feel a little stiff-necked, something in your neck, and you say, I slept bad. The body is so unique that sleeping, the body will make the adjustment when you're sleeping, because the muscles are so relaxed that it will not have that impact on the body. So if you're relaxed enough, then that's not a problem. You can sleep in any form, anywhere. You get back up feeling, if the body is at rest. But that's it bad last night. And then 2 weeks after, the same thing happened. It just dragged on a little bit longer. So now you don't have 1 hour of pain or discomfort. You have 3-4 hours of discomfort. Then it gets better. And then you say again, I sleep bad again last night. And then you go on and on until one day you get up and you cannot move. The body was saying something to you, made the adjustment. But we are not making the adjustment because we just see it as our body could not be speaking to us. But if we are driving our car and we going down the road and we hear a little knock on our car, we say something wrong with my car, I need to go to the mechanic. And you can go to the mechanic and spend $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 just to get that noise fixed. But your body is telling you something, you can ignore it, but you will fix your car. So these are things that we need to focus on, and not just as individuals, but us as therapists. We don't pay attention to our body. We pamper people all day, and we never take the time to do it to ourselves. And then we realize our carpal tunnel syndromes affect us. We cannot use our hand anymore. Our shoulders, our body are in pain. We have bad problems. We are therapists, but we are walking with sticks. What are you doing to yourself? Are you really practicing what you're preaching? So all of these things is that we have to pay to be good. So we spend 15 minutes of our day speaking about side stuff. As I think we need some work. I mean, based on what I'm seeing on Instagram, on Facebook, sometimes I want to take up my phone and WhatsApp. Can I spend the time with you? I can make some adjustment with you, because I believe I can make some adjustment with people that are doing therapy. I keep saying I don't blame the person that is doing it. That's what they were taught. You cannot do things, or you will not know what you don't. You cannot do what you don't know. If you have minimum knowledge, that's what you're going to do, and you can become very efficient at what you know. but how do we take it to the next level? How do we really develop each other in terms of going forward? And I think this is one of the things that is lacking as therapists. We all think that we have a secret bullets, and none of us want to share with each other. We think that we know something that my friend around the corner don't know, so I don't want to share it with that person. So I keep myself to myself. We have to come together. I mean, you have to come together. We come together around tables to discuss what we know. We are discussing. We are not showing off what we know. We are discussing. And we have to put all of these techniques on a table or around a table and say, this makes sense. Change our mindset in terms of the way that we are doing things. We have to change our mindset in terms of how we are going about doing the things that we are doing. How can we make each other better at what we are doing? And I guess when we change our mindset, you will see that we become better as a community and we become stronger. And this is one of the ways that we will start building the therapy that we are saying that we want to build. So I think there too much of us are trying to be famous and doing crazy stuff just to be famous with it. We are therapists. Always remember, if you are special, you never see a doctor out there doing crazy stuff. You don't see people, what I will say, people that are influential or want to be influential. People that want to be influential will go and they want to do all of these crazy stuff. But because of the special thing or the special aspect of what we do, what we call therapists, we really need to focus, and we really have to focus on what we do. And what we do to really understand the impact of our job itself. And I think we have to go back. Mike, what I really want to talk to you today about was the aspect of, and I really get sidetracked from where we started, but it's really the aspect of the relationship between anatomy, or what I would say, the body, and massage therapy. And I don't think that if a lot of us understand the relationship between anatomy and massage, then when we do massage therapy. Meaning, do we understand what I'm trying to say? Before I go on, I was now going to speak some patois there, but before I go on, do we understand the relationships? Anyone? Or what I'm speaking about?
And contribute and interact.
No one?
Like I guess the image just joined. Alice just joined. And Phyllis also joining.
No one is talking to me.
Are we together as at there, Steve? Steve, for me, I'm okay. Caroline.
This part is important. I need to have discussion because I want to know if you understand what I'm gonna say to you. What if you understand the concept of the relationship between massage and the body? Do we understand what I mean by when I say the relationship between massage and the body?
Maybe it's what happens to the body when the massage is going on.
Thank you. Good answer. So Alice or Caroline? Alice. So Alice have an idea what I'm speaking about. Anyone else?
massage, right?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
The question is the relationship between massage and the body. What is the relationship?
What is the relationship of massage and the body?
Yes.
I think they are one and the same thing. Just that massage is the stimulation of the body tissues, not tissues, but what do you call it? The muscles. Yes.
Thanks, Mary. Thanks for that one. See, more conversation we have, more excited these discussions become, because now we understand what people know or what people thinking about or what they might not know. Or so, and I always remember, no question is wrong based on what you understand. So whatever question you have, no question is wrong, huh? I always remember that. It's really about we learning from each other, because I will learn just as much from you.
Recording in progress.
Yes, Steve.
Yes, Steve. Yes.
So when we speak about the relationship, one of the most common thing that we talked about is when, I get someone to fall asleep. Do you know why people fall asleep when they get in a massage, besides just tired?
I think it's because the body gets super relaxed.
Anyone else?
I also think because the massage stimulates the blood circulation is increased, hence the tissues are more working well, so the relaxation sets in. That's why one is able to sleep.
Right. Good answers. Good answers. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Caroline has dropped on the chat box. She says, following the stimulation diet, the massage causes the sleep.
Somebody have dropped? Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Steve.
Okay.
Clearly.
Okay. Do you ever heard about the what we call the third level of sleeping? Basically, they say that each night your body goes through different levels of sleeping. Sometimes go up to 5. I think it's 5 or 6 levels of sleeping. They go through different phases. The body goes through different phases. Each phases will have different reaction on the body. What we call the rapid eye syndrome is where your eyes keep, if you realize when someone's sleeping, the eyes, if you watch them, the eyes go in and up. They call it the rapid eye syndrome, which is the third level of sleep. When you get basically to the third level of sleep is where your automatic nerves will kicks in and where the body start really recycling itself. Meaning the body start really where the different system, circulation system will kick in. That's why your body temperature will rise and fall. Then you get hot, then you get cold. Right? When you sleep in, sometime you wonder why when you go to sleep you get up sweating. Meaning body temperature rising and falling. Really, that's when the body is really cleansing itself. But the rapid eye syndrome is where the body kicks in. Do you ever have, or do you know anyone that have a massage and then they get up and say, I hear myself snoring? Anyone? Anyone ever did a massage and then the client said, I was snoring, I think I heard myself snoring? Anyone? No one? Well, that happened to me pretty often, so I will work with you. When you give me the opportunity, we will master our craft. And it's impossible for you to hear yourself. But when you have the impact of massage therapy, because what you're doing, you having an impact on every single organs of the body when you're giving a massage. You have an impact on the circulation system. If you ever heard most doctors will say when you have high blood pressure, you should not receive a massage. And I usually ask my client the question, what causes high blood pressure? And we will go through the factor. What do cause high blood pressure? Why you think you getting high blood pressure? And they say when the doctor say you have high blood pressure, what they tell you to go and do? Tell you need to relax, you need to spend time.
Yes.
Right. So why not a massage? So do anyone understand? Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. We have a little delay, so I didn't hear you coming in.
Because, yes, I think the massage might act a little, and maybe cause a negative result on the heart.
But why?
Because of the
Can I say it's because when you get the massage, the blood flow increases?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So when the blood circulation increases, then it pumps more blood to the heart. The heart pumps more blood, which can be so dangerous if you have high blood pressure.
Aha.
So high blood pressure is an indicative of massage.
Aha. Aha. So see, we are learning. You want me to say something to you?
Yes, please.
Do you know that when the difference is, and this is lack of knowledge, really, the difference is that yes, you increase circulation when you're giving a massage, but you are decreasing the pressure on the heart. Circulation. Okay, let me explain what happened. When you ever have a sink and you block it up with food, kitchen sink, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? Meaning that the water don't go out, and then you have to call a plumber to unplug the system, the heart. Less circulation, less pressure on your heart, more pressure on your heart. So when you're doing a massage, you are now start unblocking. You are like the plumber now. You become the plumber. You are breaking down all those builds up in the system. So you're allowing more blood flow through the system, but then you're decreasing the pressure of the. Any sense here?
Question.
Yes.
So in other words, you're saying that it's okay to do massage?
It's
on-
perfectly
on
okay
a
to
side
do.
that has high blood pressure?
It's perfectly okay to do massage with someone having blood pressure. What you're not gonna do is vigorous upbeat massage when that your system is blocked up and the heart, the circulation is slowing down. So you're having less blood and you're not servicing it. Okay, the carburetor is full with muck, so the car is not a lot more gas, but the car is moving a whole lot slower. So when what happened, you have to take it to the service station to clean all of those things to get the car back up and running. So you understand what I'm saying to you?
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't believe in what I'm saying. Do your research. What I'm saying is just me. I'm just saying you need to go and do your research as well based on what we do. So All I'm saying, do you understand the relationship? The relationship is so critical. So when someone come to you and said, my doctor said I should not have a massage because I have high blood pressure, you can ask these questions and you can explain what do you do, what happens to the body when you're receiving a massage. Massage is one of the most powerful tools that you can use when your pressure is going through the roof. It calms you down, it flushes the system, it takes the pressure off the heart, it helps blood flow through the body. If you understand what you do, then these things are simple, these are common things that you need to know. Because if you don't know these things, you will continue to go on this ride that, oh, you have high blood pressure, so you should not have a massage. High blood pressure, you are increasing, you're controlling blood flow when you're doing a massage. You're calming, the heartbeat will drop because you're increased. Is that a negative impact on the body?
No.
So should we get that myth out the window and really say when someone said that to you, say, come let me fix you?
Sorry, what?
Should we throw that myth that you should not massage someone when they're having high blood pressure through the window? And when one of your clients said, I have high blood pressure, you cannot have a massage, you say, no, that's not so. Because now, or okay, don't take my word for it, let's do some research on it. How is that?
Yeah, that's something because you have to make them understand the way you explain to us. You have to make them understand that concept, because most people believe in what the doctor says. So that in case you start doing a massage on someone and maybe something happens because of their condition, then you're not the one to blame.
I understand that. So this information I'm sharing with you is for you as therapists to know. You should know these things. If you don't know these things, then you just go with what people say to you. And I keep saying that when I start myself as a massage therapist, there was a lots of myths that I keep hearing. A lot of things that you should not do. We talked about one before, negative and positive energy. That's why we burn our bush that we burn. We put image to keep negative energies away because we don't want to pick up someone negative energy. How do we balance energy? We have to learn how to balance our energy, but no one ever explained it. Why they're not? If you are saying something, then you need to break it down, right? So what I'm saying to us as therapists, we need to go and do our research that we can understand what people are saying to us. That's these therapists, but also as people. Alright? We can go on and on about the other aspect. We have so much other aspect that we can talk about. So I will stick a pin here and I will get feedback from the few of us that is here.
So far, so good. It was very
Back for you. Thank you.
Yes, I want you to do your research because I never want you to take what that's something I want us to do. When someone comes to us with information, you still want to go and do your research, because I'm sure there are some things that are not logically explained, but most things are logically explained. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I keep saying to people that my concept is simple, very, very basic, simple concept. It's very easy to understand, but what it will allow you to become is very good at what you do, because now you will question everything, and when you question everything, then you will learn so much more from questioning everything. Okay. So, I sent over a video of me working. Any feedback from it? We all are experts here, huh? Don't fool yourself. We all are experts. I'm just the facilitator. I want to learn as well.
Yeah, I think my concern in the video number one was the way I felt you were connected. As much as you're doing the massage, you were feeling the massage yourself, and that gave you connection between you and the person you're working on. And I think it's what the connection is what needed when most of us doing massage.
And anyone else? Oh, no one else watched the video.
Might say that I did watch the video, like my other friend there mentioned. I saw the way you are connected to the clients. You felt you are also feeling the massage as you're imparting it to the client. That was really a plus. Usually we do it that way. So the client.
One day in Nairobi we are in?
Yeah, Nairobi.
Right. One day I will be in Nairobi, and the honest way of explaining, and I would love for you to have this experience of when you really connected emotionally with person, how does that technique feel? And it's one of the most critical component in therapy, that emotional connection. It's like you want the person to feel the way that, or you would like to treat the person the way that you will. There's a whole aspect of stuff that you need to learn. I mean, the earlier class we speak about it, the touch, how important the touch is, where you actually, your first touch is like plugging in. It's like you're an electric car and you have to plug into power. So you and that power becomes one. If you can get to that point in your therapy, you will never be struggling to get another job. You will have a first connection is not just you touching someone because and asking them to take 2 breaths or 3 breaths because that's what they tell you. You're doing all of that to that person, so you and that person becomes one. So that's why it felt that that's why it looks like by the time you start to work and you try your best not to leave the hand leave the body until you finish. When you finish, you are giving them back. Now you do the reverse when you end. And saying it is easy because I'm just saying it to you. But experience it is something totally different. And if you ever get this experience to experience it, you will, because I can say to you all the time, you never have a clue unless you experience it. And I'm praying that one day you have this experience. You have this opportunity to really experience what I'm saying to you. You will have that experience one day soon. You will have that experience. And then you will see what I'm talking about. This because I'm not here. I keep saying to us, I'm not here because I'm trying to make money, extra money. I'm not here because I think for an industry that was so good to me, I feel it's dying. I really feel it's dying. I feel that we are losing the essence of what we when I started, what it should be, and that's why I'm here. I'm here because I want to add as little as possible back to this industry. And if you really understand, I wish, and I'm really saying this, if you get a little bit, if you just get a percent of what I'm trying to say, you will see it's not just your techniques will improve, but your career. And not only that, you will see your clients, the reaction of your clients will be a whole lot better. And it's because if you get to understand all of these things, then you realize that. Because I'm sacrificing an hour of my every other 2 weeks because I want to pass this knowledge to you, and I'm enjoying doing it. But you have to motivate me as well. If I don't feel motivated, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I can be doing something else. I can be doing a massage, which is $175 I can be making doing a massage right now. But because I want to pass this knowledge down to you all guys, because as I said, someday I will move on, and if I move on with it, then I die. If I pass it on, I continue to live. Okay, so I think we should. I don't want to bore you all the rest of the day, so I will wrap up. Any other question, comment before I wrap up?
I think I'm good, Steve. And just to say, these sessions enlighten us as much as they are short. They enlighten us a bit on things that we assume, and maybe things that can open up our eyes in the therapy world. So I think they're really nice sessions, and thank you so much
For me, for me, it's quite obvious that I will need to increase my research and see more on massage, and I have a lot to learn.
Anyone else?
Let me say thank you so much for your time, for sharing your expertise. And I truly appreciate that, because I feel the same when I'm doing facials, that connection, that's what I saw in the video. And yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing this stuff.
You're welcome. And sorry, go ahead, Alicia. Elise.
No, I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. And never think I'm a one-handed person. I'm a spa therapist, meaning I'm very efficient at everything from pedicures, manicures, facial, body treatments. I promise one day to do a class on facials. I'm kind of revolutionary in terms of teaching, so I guess you realize I teach totally different. So one day we'll do a class on facial. No, skincare really, not facial.
We look forward to that session as well.
Okay, one day.
Yeah, we'll appreciate that very much.
Alright.
One day. Look forward.
Yes, so guys, thanks again for being here. Next week you just need to shoot me what you need me to speak about, and I think I have some knowledge and I don't mind parting with it in a little way. So you can shoot me an email or WhatsApp on what you need me to discuss, and we can go forward from there, alright?
Okay,
Okay, Steve, thank you so much, Steve. Thank you, Mary, Caroline, and Ali. Caroline, thank you so much for the session. Yeah.
thank you. Today I was just listening.
Okay. Yeah, asanteni sana. So our next session is in 2 weeks. Please let's feel free to drop Steve any questions that you want him to tackle, and also just be there for an interactive session so that we can all of us learn on what Steve is trying to let us know. Things just by watching the videos. Then when we come here, we can ask questions that on different things we've seen on the videos. But apart from that, Steve, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks everyone.
Alright, bye guys.
You enjoy your evening.